if we gain
Mm-hmm.
in the past. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's very important if we can input the any skills which we have, which
Mm-hmm.
and also the which company we have worked in the past, and also the
Mm-hmm.
duties along with it. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, uh, you will put your job experience on the middle part of your CV?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat, please?
Sure. Are you going to put your job experience in the middle part of your CV?
Oh, actually, I will put it uh, after my brief introduction in the CV.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's correct. Very good. So your objective or your introduction and then your job experience and
Yes.
then after that is your education. Am I correct?
No, my education will I will put it above the job experience. Yes.
Oh, so job education and then job experience.
Yes. Correct.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah.
That's very awesome. And how about you, Tony? Do you agree with Chris that education must come first before job experience? Tony?
I think it's not important because maybe you can put it about experience, and maybe you can put it beside the left or the right.
Mm-hmm.
If your CV divide to columns, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the most important part is job is experience in uh,
Mm-hmm.
in in companies. So whatever uh, whatever you can put it uh, somewhere, but you have to make sure the job description. Oh, sorry, the working experience must be
Mm-hmm.
highlighted, easy to easy to watch.
Mm-hmm. Easy to
For
read.
yeah, easy to read for the interviewer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So for you, it doesn't matter which comes first. All right. Thank you so much, Tony. That's good. And going back to you, Chris, how about you, Chris? Which part of the CV is the most important?
Oh yes, I think the part is the most important in that is the working experience. Yes, and it will describe my duties and duties in the company which I work with. Yes, I think
Mm-hmm.
I think inside that part, the recruiter will can check my skills and also my experience to see if
Mm-hmm.
it match to the requirement of the company.
Mm-hmm. All right. Very good. Thank you so much, Chris. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And going back to you, Tony, what is the most important to you, Tony? Knowledge or skills?
Um, I think my bond is same to Chris. It is the working experience because if you just graduated when after university, you don't have a lot of working experience, so you just add some project in school, but for a long time you work through many companies. You you get a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and but you have to show off for the interviewer, for the headhunter to make them understand more about you. So I think so. Yeah.
So for you, the most important is the skills.
I think skill is the more important. Maybe it's equal. Yeah, I think so.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Tony. Good job. And lastly, to you, Chris, is what is the difference between a resume and a CV?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question, please? Sorry.
Yes, sure. What is the difference between a resume and a CV?
You mean that what is the difference between the CV and resume, right?
Yes. What do you think is the difference between them?
Yes, actually, I think they are the same. Yeah. Can you can you explain it for me? Because yeah, up to now I think it's the same. Yeah, the resume,
For you, it's
resume
the same.
and the CV is the same.
Yeah, but have you heard resume already?
Resume, I have heard that before, but actually it still not remain on my mind. Yes.
All right. Okay, so just to give you a glimpse, Tony and Chris, resume is almost similar to CV. It's just that the difference is that in resume, it doesn't need to be long. I mean, it doesn't need to be 2 pages or 3 or 4 pages compared to CV, because in CV you have to put all your accomplishments, your experiences, and it would take a lot of pages. But compared to resume, it's just only a summary of your background. So yeah, it's somehow similar, but in terms of CV, it's more on detailed about yourself or about your background. Okay.
Yes. So I get it. Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much for that, Chris and Tony. So now this time, it's time for the both of you to interact with each other. So you have to ask questions to each other, and you can also react based on others' answer. All right? So ask questions related to our lesson for tonight. Okay? So who would like to go first?
Okay, let me go first.
Wow.
Chris, do you think do you think about the hobby? Do we need to add it in the CV?
Yeah. So you mentioned that. Do we need to input the hobbies into the CV? Is correct?
So
The hobbies, right?
yes. Do you
Yes.
think it's need to add to the CV?
Yes. I think it's not a must, but yeah, I think I will recommend anyone who put the hobbies into the CV. Yes, we do not need to make it detailed. We just need to to describe, or just need to input some my hobbies. It's like football or games or something like that, or reading book. So the recruiter or the interviewer can know can know a little bit about ourselves. Yes, I think it is not a must, but it's recommend. Yeah, it's my opinion.
Thank you. So
Yes.
because I asked you this question because from my point of view, it's important to for recruiter to understand more about you and now you if you are a proactive person introvert person like this, so I think it's important. Yeah.
Yes, it's correct. Thank you so much for the question. Yeah. Yes.
Your turn.
Mhm. Wow, that's great. Very nice question, Tony. Good job. And also for Chris for answering that one. Very well said. And how about you, Chris? What is your question to Tony?
Yes, I have a question for you, Tony. So in a CV, right? In CV, there are two parts. First one is the number of years working experience, and the second part is the skills of the of the staff. So which is more important for you? Yeah, I mean that maybe someone just have one 1 year working experience, but they got good skill, and someone got many years working experience, but their skill is it's not really good. So which you will prefer when you are the interviewer?
Yeah, I got your question.
Yes.
I think the number of years experience so it is not important because if because I think the more important is why you working, what you are research, how you work with your team, and how how you communicate with team is more important than the number of years. And so maybe if you have 5 years experience, working experience, but you just do a work a task many times, but no need to and nothing new you learned while you work, so it's not good for you. Then if finally I think the skill more important than the number of years experience.
Yes. Thank you so much for your answer, and I have the same opinion with you. Yes, I also prefer the skills which the staff have learned more than the number of years working experience. Yes, because I think it will be helpful, and some persons have many years working experience, but they just perform the same one task in for many years. So it will not be helpful. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes, correct. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Wow, that's very great. Tony and Chris, good job for the both of you. Okay, so before we proceed to our vocabulary, Tony, can you say the word again? Communicate.
Communicate.
Yes, thank you so much, Tony. All right, so how about the both of you? Do you have any questions to me? Or let's proceed to our vocabulary. Okay, so I hear none. All right, so now this time you have to repeat after me and then you have to make your own sentence, okay? So I will ask you first, Tony. Okay, so the first one, Tony, is job hunting.
Job hunting.
Yes, what is your sentence?
So there. It is a verb or a noun vocabulary?
Yes, it's a noun, job hunting, but it could be also a verb since you're hunting, you're finding a job. Okay.
We can find a new job through the job hunting service.
All right. Thank you so much, Tony. Good job. All right. Next one for you, Chris, is show off accomplishments.
Yes. My sentence is...
Can you repeat that one first?
Show off. Accomplishment is correct.
Accomplishments.
Accomplishment.
Again. Accomplishments.
Accomplishment.
Yes, almost there. Thank you so much.
It's wrong. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes. My sentence is we can show off our accomplishment in our CV, but it should be honest.
All right. Very good, Chris. Good job.
Yes.
Next one to you, Tony, is apply for a job.
Apply for a job. Maybe the next year I will apply for a job.
Very good. Next one, Chris, is make a first impression.
Yes. I think a good impressive CV is a good way to make a first impression to the interviewer.
All right. Very good, Chris. Good job. And another one, Tony, is employment history.
Employment history. I will show the interviewer my employment history for many company I work.
Very good. Okay. Thank you so much, Tony. And another one, Chris, is one step at a time.
Yes. My sentence is if we want to achieve a solid success, we need to perform it one step at a time.
Okay, very good, Chris. Thank you so much. All right, and since we are running out of time, I will give my feedback to the both of you, all right? So before I will give my feedback, I could say that the both of you did a good job for tonight's class because you were able to answer all the questions that I have asked to you earlier, as well as use the vocabulary in a sentence. So wow, that's really great for the both of you. And in specific to Tony, I could say that in terms of your fluency, Tony, you speak good, but there are sometimes also that you are hesitant when you give your answer or your explanation, but still fine because eventually you deliver your answer well. In terms of grammar, you only have few grammatical errors but it doesn't affect your communication. Your pronunciation also is, it can be understood, but there are some words that you mispronounce, okay? And also your vocabulary range, you also have a variety of vocabulary, but still sometimes you make some few errors in word choice, okay? To Chris, I can say that, yes, you're welcome, Tony. And to Chris, I can say also that in terms of your fluency, you have smooth fluency, okay? But sometimes you sound hesitant, but sometimes not. So that's still good. In terms of your grammar, there's only also few errors that you have committed, and it doesn't affect your communication at all. And in terms of vocabulary also, you have a variety of vocabulary, And also in terms of your pronunciation, your voice sounds very clear, so that's good to hear for you. So with that, Tony and Chris, in order to improve your English better, is you have to keep reading English books every day. And also, if you're not sure about your pronunciation, you could listen to, you could listen on YouTube or on the internet. To you, Chris, earlier, the word accomplishment, you have to
Yes.
improve with that. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. And also, just review, both of you, please review the English grammar also, and memorize at least 5 to 10 words, English new, 5 to 10 English new words every day, and try to use it in your daily conversation. All right. So with that, thank you so much, Tony and Chris, because you really did great for tonight. And please keep joining B2 every day to learn more about English and improve your English speaking skills. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
the both of
Yes.
you.
Yes.
See you next
Thank you, teacher.
time. Goodbye.
Thank you, teacher Anthony.